New today, Arizona's Attorney General says her office is seeing more con artists posing as contractors, targeting homeowners who are looking to add on to their homes.
AG Kris Mayes is warning people considering new backyard casitas and guest homes. Scammers are going around offering proposals and personalized consultations. They collect big down payments up front, then never follow through getting you the proper permits, and most times don't even ever break ground. They cash those checks fast and then stall, promising construction will start soon. Most Valley families have lost anywhere from tens of thousands up to $250,000. That's a lot of money. The AG says these thieves are getting advanced.
Some of these scammers are going to licensed contractors and saying, hey, loan us your license number, and then we will partner with you, and then they're going out and they're defrauding people.
Best way to protect yourself: never pay the full amount up front. Use a credit card instead of cash or checks. Never pay with cryptocurrency, Zelle, or any gift cards. And always check to make sure whoever you're hiring is licensed to do business in Arizona. If anything like this should happen to you, dispute the charge on your card and file a complaint with the AG, the Registrar of Contractors, and Better Business Bureau.